We can start today just sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position. You might pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones and really feel the weight of your sit bones on the ground. You might exhale and just feel the body releasing down. And I invite you to close your eyes. Makes it easier to feel the subtleties. And you can feel how your breath is flowing right in this moment. And relax the belly. Really let it open and start to receive a more intentional, full breath right into the belly. Continuing to feel that sense of releasing down into the ground as you exhale. Breathing from the belly to the ribs. And then belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Feeling a sense of openness and spaciousness, if that's possible, on the inhale. Or feeling if the body is resistant to that, and letting that be okay too. Really just taking in whatever's here, having the intention to breathe deeply, and then whatever manifests from that is just to be observed. And then we'll place the palms face down on the knees. And as you inhale, pull the hands toward you, lift the chest and eyes up. Exhale, round and lean back away from the hands. Inhaling, lifting, opening the chest, breathing up into it. Exhaling, bringing the belly toward the spine, releasing all the air out. Last breath. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, resting the arms down, resting the head down. Feel the distance between the shoulders and the elbows, and see if you can exhale and release that down as well. That upper arm bone. And the breath is going to be different now, most likely. The belly is constricted, the ribs in the front don't expand as easily. So have the intention to breathe the same way, but just see how and where the breath manifests now. Each time you exhale, just let go of the weight of your body. Exhale all the air out and surrender. On your next inhale, walk the hands in, roll up, reach up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. And relax the hands down. Notice how your legs are crossed, which one is in front or on top. And release the legs, shake them out. And then please cross them again with the other leg in front. You might pull the flesh of the buttocks back again behind the sit bones. And just take a moment to acclimate to this new position and feel the sit bones sinking down again. And then place the left hand on the ground beside you and slide it out as far as it will go without the right buttock lifting up. And then take a deep breath in, and then when you exhale, bend that left elbow. Nice. Good. And bring your right hand onto your right ribs. And feel the breath coming up into your hand. Press into the left hand and sink into the right sit bone even more deeply. And then take that right arm, reach it overhead to the left, turning your gaze up, maintaining pressure in the left hand. And imagine that your right hand is still on your ribs and breathe into it. When you exhale, sink down into the ground to your left. On your next inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring them down, taking the right hand to the ground beside you. And then as you exhale, slide it out to the right, coming as far as you can without the left buttock lifting. And then another deep breath in, and when you exhale, let the elbow drop. Bring your left hand onto your left ribs and turn your gaze up. Breathe up into your hand and press into your right hand and sink into your left sit bone. And then reach the left arm overhead, continuing to breathe where the hand was. sinking into it as you exhale. On your next inhale, lift up, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Rest both arms down. Drop elbows, relax the head down. Feel the breath inside your body and lengthen the breath. Fill as much of that interior space with your breath as possible. It's like you're displacing tension with breath. So the more parts of you can reach with your breath, the less tension your body's holding. On your next inhale, walk the hands in, roll yourself up, reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. And release hands, release legs, shake them out. And then send the legs out to the side. Have your hands behind you. Press into the hands to lift your buttocks just a fraction off the ground, and then scoot it forward any amount that you can. And then press into the hands to lift the chest and roll the shoulders back and down. Flex your feet and press down through your thighs and out through your heels. If you can hinge forward without collapsing your chest, go ahead and do that. And if you've hinged as far forward as you can with your hands behind you, and you feel like you can go further without collapsing your chest, bring the hands in front of you. And just move with the breath. So you'll take a breath in, feel it rising all the way up into your heart. And then when you exhale, you just surrender and see how much the torso can release forward. If you stop feeling the breath coming up to the collarbones, then you've come too far forward and you're compensating by rounding your back. So just adjust if that's so. And bring yourself up. Reach the arms up as you inhale. Exhale the hands down to the outer legs to help bring them back around to the front. Great. And then we'll inhale and take the arms up. Exhale, tuck the chin and slowly lower yourself down onto your back. Inhale, place the arms beside your hips. Exhale, curl yourself up, lifting your head, lifting and reaching forward through your arms, coming all the way up to sitting. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower slowly onto your back. Inhale, arms by your side. Exhale, head lifts, arms lift and reach and pull you up. Press your heels down to the ground. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, press your thighs down into the ground, fold forward. Inhale, up, arms up. And if you need to, as you lower, bring the arms forward. That makes it a little easier. Feel free to do that. Inhale, arms by your sides. Exhale, lift yourself up. Pull your belly to your spine. Press your heels to the floor. Reach forward through your fingertips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, flex the feet, press down through the thighs, fold forward, belly in. We'll do 2 more rounds in silence. The next time you come forward into your forward bend, and don't hurry, take your time, but whenever you get there, just remain in your forward bend. And let's take hold of opposite elbows and have the arms frame the head. And inhale, press down through the thighs and reach forward through the elbows. Exhale, bring the belly in and up. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lengthen the breath. Stay connected to the feel of the breath going inside the body. And the sense of letting go as you exhale. On your next inhale, release the elbows and come all the way up, arms lift. Pull the shoulders down, keep the arms lifted. Keep the spine moving up. The the shoulders down. The breath slow and steady. So we're basically in downward dog, only flipped upward facing. And relax the arms down. Roll the shoulders. Good. And then flip over onto hands and knees. Coming into a table to begin, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Good. We're going to inhale and tilt the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chest and the eyes. Exhale, tailbone down, belly up, and then roll yourself up to standing. Inhale the arms up and look back. Exhale, come down into child's pose. And repeat. Inhale into your cow, tailbone up, belly, chest, eyes. Exhale, cat, rounding. And then round and roll all the way up. Inhale, arms up, look back. Exhale, child's pose, arms by your side. Inhale back to all fours, taking cow. Exhale, cat. And rolling up. Inhale, arms reach up, look back. Exhale, child's pose. So you really need to lengthen your breath in order to coordinate the movement. And continuing at your own pace. And if you're not able to lengthen your breath so that you're just doing one inhale and one exhale per movement, then that's fine to do two, or however many you need. But it's a nice incentive to really drag the breath out slowly. So after you do after you do cat, you're using the tail end of your exhale to roll up. So you come into your cat pose at the beginning of your exhale, and then that rolling up, you're still exhaling. And then the inhale happens as the arms come up and you reach back. The next time you come into child's pose, stay there. Let the shoulders relax down over the thighs. Let the breath fill the space that's created by the posture. How little can you do here? Then bring the arms around in front. Hands shoulder width apart. Lift your buttocks off your feet. Spread your fingers wide. Curl your toes. Take a breath in. And then exhale and lift the knees, but keep them bent and push forward with your hands, moving your ribs toward your upper thighs. Pull your shoulders down your back. Drop your head and press down into your left foot. Heel toward the ground. Good. Now start to shift your hips forward, bending a little more deeply into that right knee while you continue to press down into your left heel. If you want to work, you can take that right foot off the floor. It's not really difficult, but it's maybe a tiny bit more challenging. Good, and then shift your hips forward even more, pressing down and back through the heel. Good, and then send that right leg up. Bend the right knee, flex the right foot, roll your belly to the right, look under your right arm, then press back through the sole of your right foot. Press forward into your hands. And then turn your torso to face down. Lift the right leg up, look forward. Step the foot up between the hands. Bring your back heel onto the ground and lift yourself up. Send the arms out to the side. Bend the elbows, taking cactus arms. Press your left thigh back, but bring your left hip forward. Aim it for the right knee. So you feel like your left heel and your left hip are playing tug of war, reaching in opposite directions. Press your tailbone under you, send your elbows back, take your gaze up. Feel your breath. Notice if the breath makes any adjustments to your body. Turn the palms to face each other. Keep the shoulder blades down your back as you lift the arms up. Slow, deep breaths. And then clasp your hands behind your back. And notice which thumb is on the outside. There's probably a preference and probably a habit of doing it that way. That's fine. We'll do it the other way in a moment. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe into the heart. And then exhale and fold forward. Coming down to the inside of your right leg. Looking back at your left foot and lifting your arms up. Bring the left hand to the ground and the right hand to the right hip. And then place the left hand roughly at 10 o'clock of that right foot. Kick off your back foot and lift your back leg up. Inhale and lengthen your chest forward as you reach your foot back. And then exhale and turn your belly to the right. Take your right arm to the sky and gaze up toward your right thumb. Revolved half moon number 2. Bring the right hand to the ground, bend your right knee, step your left foot all the way back. Step your right foot all the way back, bend your left knee, and drop your chest toward your left thigh. Drop your head and press down into your right heel. Push forward through your hands to send your hips back initially. Breathe into this nice length that you've created in your body. Sink the ribs. Good. Now start to bring the hips forward. That left knee will come forward and down while still pressing into the right heel. And again, you can lift that left foot up off the floor if you wish. And then see if you can bring the hips down even more, keeping the heel back and down. And then push into the hands to lift the left leg up, bend the knee, flex that foot, and roll your belly to the right. Look under your roll your belly to the left. That would be interesting to roll it to the right. Roll it to the left, look under your left arm, and press your foot back behind you. Feel each breath expanding, opening, making space, and releasing tension. On an inhale, turn your body to face down, lift the leg up, look forward, and exhale, step up between the hands. And place your back foot on the ground. The foot will come to an angle and come all the way up. Arms out to the side, elbows bend, cactus arms. So you might notice that when your arms are in this position, it's kind of easy to release your shoulders down. You're not as likely to be hugging them up. So just see if you might be aware of that, just to foster it even more. And then press back with your right thigh down into your right heel and forward with your right hip, aiming it for your left knee. And then send your elbows back, kind of puffing the chest up. Turn the palms in. Keep the shoulders down as you lift the arms up. Maybe lift the gaze up. And keep feeling that tension between the right hip coming forward and the right foot pressing back. And then release the hands down. Clasp your hands with the opposite thumb on the outside. And if you're like me and have the memory of a P, then just do it whichever way feels less natural to you. And then inhale into the chest. And then fold forward, letting your body drop to the inside of your left thigh. Your head drop down, your gaze come back to your right foot, and the arms lift up. Stay with a nice, deep, steady breath. And release the right hand to the ground, the left hand to the left hip. And then just scoot the right hand so that it's at about 2 o'clock of the foot. Kick off the back foot to shift your weight into your front leg and lift the back leg. And then try to straighten your torso out and make it parallel to the ground. And then lengthen it, reaching back through the foot and forward through the chest. And then as you exhale, turn your ribs and belly to the left. Turn your gaze to the left. Float your left arm up. Maybe you can even look at your thumb. Breathe into the places that are available here. And release the hand down, bend that front knee, step your right foot all the way back, step your left foot all the way back, and press your hands forward, straighten both legs, downward facing dog. If you need to rest in child's pose instead, that's fine. Resting is always welcome. It's actually a very essential part of the practice. It's not a failure, it's a success. If you're in child's pose, join us just for a moment in downward dog. Just enough to walk the hands back to the feet. Bring the hands onto the thighs. Press the thighs back and send the torso forward. Then bring the elbows by your side. And then look up. So you're in kind of like a standing cobra. And then bend the knees and release over your legs. Take hold of opposite elbows, again framing your head, and sway from side to side. And come to stillness, the elbows, and roll yourself up to standing. Reaching the arms up as you inhale. Exhaling the hands together at the heart. Feel yourself relaxing into the ground. Can you feel the breath at your hands? Where else do you feel it? Feel into your feet. See if they're bearing the weight of your body equally. Feel into your breath. Steady it. Slow it down. And release the hands. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale the hand to the left side of the head. Just hold it there for a moment. Feel your weight sinking into your right foot. And once you really establish some strength and stability in your right foot, you can lift your left foot and grab it with your left hand. Inhale long up to the chest. Exhale, take your gaze off to the left as you drop your head to the right, finding a new spot to rest on for balance. And then start to kick your left foot down. Breathe long and slow. And lift your head, bring your gaze back to the front. Release the foot. Release the arm. Close the eyes. See if one leg feels more grounded than the other. And then start to intentionally take weight into your left leg. Feel the straight line up from your left foot to the crown of your head. You can imagine that the breath is traveling that line. Lift the left arm up, inhale. Exhale the hand over to the right side of the head. Lift the right foot up into the right hand, or maybe a strap if you can't reach the foot. And then you're going to take your gaze to the right, simultaneous to dropping your left chin down toward your left shoulder. Reestablish the depth of your breath if it got lost. And then kick down with your right foot. Let your eyes be still and steady. Your breath be slow and steady. And your mind be empty and balanced. If you're just feeling your breath, there's no room for thoughts. But if there's thoughts, you'll see the moment there are thoughts, you'll lose your balance. It seems to be that way for me, at least. Release the foot. Bring your head back to center. Release the arm. Close the eyes. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Step the feet a little wider apart, having the toes wider than the heels. Some of you may need to go wider still, some of you not as wide. Arms come up, inhale. Exhale, hands together, down to the heart as you bend your knees. Now, if your heels need to come off the floor, then just take your feet wider until you can have the heels on the ground here. And then really kind of hook the backs of the arms to the insides of those thighs. And then move the thumbs to the heart center. And if you want to widen your legs even more, but there's no room because your hands are touching, you can use a fist or even two fists. And then lift up through the chest and drop down through the sit bones, pulling the belly in and down. You can stay like this, and those of you who like to challenge yourself, you can try to come into a crane pose, having the hands on the ground in front of you, shoulder width apart, lifting your buttocks up in the air, shifting your weight forward until the elbows line up over the hands, and then lifting the feet off the ground. Or just stay as you were. I'm just giving this option because some of you do like to play in these ways. Good. And if you've come up into our hand balance, please come back down. And then we'll all bring the hands to the ground behind us to lower the buttocks down. And then we'll lower onto our backs. You can have the arms here, level 1, here, level 2, here. It's the hardest. So just slowly finding your way back down. Continuing to breathe. And then we'll have the palms face down beside the hips. Have the feet come in till they're under the knees. And then on your next exhale, roll the shoulders under you, push into the feet and lift the hips. So today we'll do this variation if it's accessible. You're going to move your feet back even more and take hold of your feet. And if that's not accessible, then just grab hold of the sides of your yoga mat if you're using one. Good. And then press down into the shoulders. Get them really under you as much as you can. And press forward with your feet and lift your hips. Tuck your tailbone. And then you'll kind of press your hands out away from each other. So in my body, what it feels like is my thumbs, which are on the inside of my ankles, are pressing against my feet because I'm pushing in that direction. I don't know how it feels in your body, obviously, but however it does, doesn't need to be like what I described. Just trust that you're doing it the way you need to. Good. And release the hands and slowly lower the body down and hug the knees to the chest. Feel where the breath is. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift your forehead to your knees. Breathe all the air out. Hold yourself up and keep holding the air out for as long as you're able to. And then when you feel like you need to inhale again, just release your head back down. And then the feet can come to the ground, the hips lift and tuck, the legs come out, shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. And then we'll just let the arms rest out away from the body. Closing the eyes if you can. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth, releasing the weight of the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw. So the upper teeth and lower teeth don't touch, the lips slightly part. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing anything going through your mind. Let your mind come to rest on the feel of your breath. See if you can clear everything else out and just let the breath occupy your mind. However slight the breath may be, however small it is, let it fill the space of mind. All of awareness resting on the breath. And the breath just rests. It's effortless. It's not controlled anymore. It's just coming and going however it does. So the mind is there simply to notice it, not to control it, not to judge it. There's no wrong breath. Just this breath. And this one. Letting everything else go. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and toes. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest and rock side to side, feeling the ground massaging your back. And then come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Come onto your side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground. Feeling that exhale release you down. Feeling the inhale, breathing life into you. And then slowly press yourself up to sitting with your head coming up last. Coming into any comfortable seated position. Sit bones sinking down, head lifting tall. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in and let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.